Yeah.
Let's see here. So, what is this RMLR that we speak of? It is the reverse mean of log returns, and it is a beast. And we have rejected off the mean the last 3 times we've tested it. So, are we going to sweep some new lows? Who knows? Are the financial markets in ruins? Yep. But that's why we trade volatility. They can be in ruins. We're going to trade that volatility all the way to zero. But then what are you stacking? What are we stacking that's worth zero? Put it
Same
all
thing it
in the
was before.
yeah, it's all
Digital
fake.
code.
Yeah, it's all fake. It's magical internet money. That's what I've been told for years. And I'm like, really? Well, I take that magical internet money and I turn it into dollars and I live off of it. So it's not that fake.
Yeah.
All right. Tell you what,
Definitely not fake at all. Been living off
let's see
for
here.
years and years.
Got no artifacts. Nice. There was no data issues this week. That's what I like to see. I've noticed that. It's like when there's data issues, if one with the index or even on spot exchange or whatever, that's when you get these artifacts, which makes sense. Let's see. Take a peek at pre-market here. How did SPY? I want to take a peek at SPY. It's down a little bit pre-market, just a tad. Look at the Z-score turning back up. I mean, it ended the day yesterday on the 15-minute having an outlier to the top side, right? With some bull div. We were talking about that building in the morning. But let me take a peek here. All these fishers are up in the 15. I'm literally a little bit surprised this thing is not up a little bit pre-market. Let me see something. How this 90-minute in? Couple fishers turned up. Wow. Big strong point of bull div there. And if anybody new listening, when we talk about divergence, we're talking about divergence between price action and returns, right? That's what we're talking about when it comes to divergence. Any other divergence? I mean, what are you looking at? There's no actionable intel there. And I'm big on that stuff, right? Don't bring me bullshit. Don't waste my time. That's why I love these coders. These guys building these indicators. They don't do that. They bring us special stuff.
Quality.
Yes. So when you build divergence between returns and price action, it's literally in everything we do here. Look, we'll never compete with these just massive algorithms. All we can hope to do, or anybody can hope to do, is recognize what's happening, right, in the market. What are these algos doing? And so when you use indicators like this, you get a little insight into that. And it gives you a chance when that and one of the main reasons I love trading these low time frames because you can see it happening in real time, right? You can see what the returns are doing. We know price action is going to follow. We've got everything correlated, so we're not, and especially in my case, very rarely jump into a bad position. Some different thing. Everything's got to click for me, right? So because I don't like marketing out of positions, right? And everybody knows how I trade. The freaking position turns against me. Like a 5-minute candle closes below my entry, I am out. I don't care if it turns around and pumps $1,000. It could dump two. It could dump 2,000. The Bitcoin is very volatile. And that's why one thing we definitely try to do here at Alpha Trading is explain to not just new traders that have been misled in these, especially in the crypto markets, thinking the leverage is a good thing. You get over leveraged in these volatile markets, you're going to get wrecked. It's just the way it is. And that's the way it's set up. This is by design, right? And everybody's like, oh, this exchange is great. They got 100x leverage. They'll just give you money for free. It's like, look, man, They've got a whole team. They got a whole team watching you, trading against you. And when you get hyper leveraged, you're not the only one, right? They've got algorithms that are searching everything, trying to get these percentages to see, all right, how many of our traders are this much leveraged, right? Where's their stop losses? Because we know they're all being taught the same risk management strategies. So we're going to be able to see where all their stop losses are. People continue to put them in the system. Then you continue hear people say, "Oh my God, that wick went down, went $20 below my stop, and then just shot right back up." Yeah, that's what happens. Don't use stop losses. If you're going to trade a volatile market, be at your workstation. Don't try to swing trade it like on a 4 hour or a daily, even a weekly. I mean, long term trade. Look, we've got some indicators where you can get into long term trades if you'd like, right? I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. The problem is people will do it and use leverage. If you're just getting into a spot position, right? You see a good entry on a weekly chart. Don't use leverage. You're going to be okay, right? Got a lot of leeway there. If you're not using leverage, and you're not going to be there's not going to be a target on your back. You start using leverage, man, I'm telling you, they're looking for you. I don't care if you have $100 account. You got $100 account, you're 100x, you're a target. They want your money because there's a lot of people doing it. We've got a lot of young traders in the crypto market. And my God, they're being so misled. I mean, you can go on to some of these other YouTube channels and they're getting 50,000 views, 100,000 views. It's ridiculous. And they're talking about just total nonsense and people are just gobbling it up. Meanwhile, we're talking about things that matter. There's very few retail traders out there that even know what the returns are. There's no like financial institutions out there teaching people how to use the returns in these markets. It's just not going to happen. But they sure are going to push traditional technical analysis, right? They're going to get everybody using the RSI and stochastics and MACD and just exponential and simple moving averages, things that just bring zero value to the table for a volatility trader, right? We're focused on volatility and entropy and the returns that within this distribution, right? We talk about the distribution all the time. Very powerful indeed. SPY is it creeping? Yeah, it's down $1 now. So let me go back to BTC. I want to see something here. 90 minutes. Let me go to a 45. Boy, I'll tell you what, after this dump, man, this thing is... That variance still hasn't moved. See if there's any divs building. There's not at all. So if I'm pre-market right now, right, and I'm going into intraday trading, I'm looking at the 4 hour, the 90, the 45, and the 15-minute chart to figure out what my bias is. Where am I putting risk on? When am I taking risk off? I'm trying to get in every trade that's possible when the volatility is dictating that to me. So I'm going to be prepared, right? I'm going to get out of positions if they turn around because they can, right? We all know that. Crazy market. Very highly volatile, which people talk about that all the time. And most of these people on YouTube that are trying to teach people how to trade, they literally tell people, no, you don't want to trade volatility. Oh, it's dangerous. And it's just like, oh my God, it's just like night and day between what we do and what they do. It's pretty damn incredible. As a volatility trader, we're yearning for volatility. Bring it in. I want 100%. I want 100 percentile, right? Let's get down. That's when the money is to be made on these low time frames, right? I'm trading the 5, the 3, and the 1 minute, depending on how much espresso I've drank. Right? Yeah, it's good stuff. And we always like to talk about these things, you know? I mean, what time is it? Yeah, for almost 15 minutes now. Casual conversation, just talking about mistakes that are made. We're here for people. We've been here for people, and we're going to continue. Yeah, we're going to
That's what
just
we
keep
do.
plugging away. Van and Donnie are going to keep making indicators. So,
And we're just
and
gonna keep showing people how to trade.
yeah, that's what we love
Yeah.
about Van will pop in once a week and be like, "Hey, check this out." He's a
Yeah.
riot. We don't hear from him much. He's got a young child, married, young guy himself. So, in our busy lives, I couldn't imagine having a young child right now. I mean, I'm kind of you know how I am. I'm kind of a lone wolf anyway, which takes a lot of stress off. My brother's
Right.
got a big family. He can deal with all that. Call me in an emergency.
By the way, did you see the nonsense about the ETH merge all week, and then finally it happened today?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
It's
A non-event that was priced in years ago, basically.
years. Yeah, years. And let's see how this goes.
Mhm.
See how the old ETH merge goes.
Yeah.
That GIF is
Basically
fun
nothing.
right there. What didn't you post that GIF? Them shaking hands.
Yeah.
That is a
Yeah.
riot.
No,
That's
no.
what, that's
Yeah.
what I woke up to. I was like, oh Jesus.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous.
Let me see.
It's silly.
Yeah, super silly. So let's see here. What's oil doing? Oil went up a little yesterday, pulling back today. VIX I want to see what VIX does here at open. Silver pulled back. And we're talking about, right? If you like to watch grass grow, go trade Forex and gold and silver. Enjoy. There's no volatility there. We follow the volatility, right? Follow the volatility. And that's what a volatility trader does. It's like, where's the volatility? Is it in crude? Is it in fucking silver? Is it in gold? Is it in Bitcoin? Is it in the S&P? Is it in Nasdaq? I mean, it's not like when you're a volatility trader, you're just sitting looking at Bitcoin all the time. That's why I need my broker back. Hey, I got dogs going crazy. God, man. Oh, well, wake up, neighbors. Big dog's out on the hunt. Oh, shit. What's that out here? Yeah, there's something in the woods. They're on the back of the wood line back here.
Deer.
Get
Yeah,
him.
man. Dude, is what's crazy. When I first got to this property, there was massive amounts of turkey, squirrel, deer, just every damn thing under the sun. I haven't seen
Right.
anything that has fur on it move in months.
Well, you got dogs, right?
They have ran everything off, especially Big Dog. I mean, dude, because he is fast. He is super fast. For a
Yeah. Well,
150
there you go.
pound dog, he runs like the wind.
That's
And
why.
so,
That's why. That's why those animals that were there before are like, all right, time to motor.
yeah.
Should I ask Boba, are you hunting by any chance? And then they're running away.
Yeah, there's like 3 deer stands in the back part of the property. And that's where the problem, because I got a big ravine, probably about a 50-foot deep ravine right behind here, and on the other side, that's where probably about 8 acres are. Yeah, that's where I think the previous owner said there's 3 deer stands. I only found 2, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be hunting. I'm going to get my 2 tags, try to get a couple deer.
Nice.
Yeah, pack my freezer.
For
Me
sure,
and the
man.
dogs. Me and the dogs will be in
Yeah.
Venice all winter.
Yeah, that's good
Good
stuff.
bones.
But yeah, a lot of deer. A lot of deer. I mean, hell, I've hit 2. I've hit 2 in my damn truck.
Damn.
Yeah. Thank God it's a big truck. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
somebody came out and visited me one time. Dude, like $2,000 damage on her bumper. She smacked a deer leaving. Yeah. There's there's advantages to having big trucks.
Right.
It's bad.
Absolutely.
You can
Free
load it up
meat for
when
the
you're
winter.
done.
What are the minis doing here? Down a little bit. Yeah, man, this thing is. But we all know Bitcoin, right? So that's why I try to tell people, please, just, my God, trade low time frame volatility. Don't try to figure it out. Stop listening to these financial analysts. They're blowing smoke up your ass. in a lot of our opinions, there's only one way to trade these markets. And now, hell, now traditional markets, welcome to crypto. I mean, that's all just shitcoin heaven. There is so much volatility in this stuff. And we remember just a couple years ago, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin and the traditional markets, there was a big difference. I don't even see one anymore. Might as well just merge everything. Yeah, okay, so what this let's see, little 5-minute candle dump. We're gonna go to 99.7 at 20K. All right, let me get back over here. I want to get this RMLR again. And so this time when it rejected off the mean here, right? Month ago, did the same thing. We got the big dump from 48K, same thing. As it rode that reverse mean. But we all know when you drop this far away and you hit a 3 SD band like this, you're gonna mean revert, right? We only tapped this wick right here got to like the 1 SD band. That was a good weekly candle. I wanted it, and I talked to MJ one night last week. God, we used to talk all the time. That needs to start again. We're both busy. But I wanted it to close up here at the 95.4 Laplace. If it would have done that, it would have closed above the mean. Right? Would have closed. Instead, didn't make it. Had a good week, didn't make it, but opened right below it. Got a wick right to the top. Boop, reject. Pretty much this week has been inside the first standard deviation normal distribution. Right? You can see the blue dot. I'll try to show people this. There's the first standard deviation of the top side right there, almost pumped up to it. Hit it pretty much to the dollar to the downside. And you can go through all these charts and you could look at all these little dots getting nailed. And people are like, what are those little dots? Do you just place them there? No, it's standard deviation levels, right? Or probability percentage levels if we're talking about Laplace distribution. The pink dots are a Laplace, the blue is normal, right? And those are current candle levels. Yes. So this is setting up on these macro time frames to definitely sweep some new lows. Something I know. What did I read about MicroStrategy? Didn't they sell some MicroStrategy stock and buy more Bitcoin? Did I read that somewhere, MJ?
I have not kept up on MicroStrategy news.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they sold a bunch of MicroStrategy stock to buy more Bitcoin.
Yeah, I wouldn't
There,
doubt it.
that
He's
was what
all
that.
in. He'll ride this. He'll ride this thing
I
to
think,
zero for sure.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it says that they did. It says that they did buy some more. They're planning to buy, or they bought some more coin like yesterday or the day before.
and I literally heard that on God, I think I was watching Market Open Tasty Trade the other day, maybe yesterday. Tom was talking about it, I think. One of them.
Yeah, because it was in the news the
Yeah.
past couple days, apparently, past
Yeah,
few
Tom.
days. So,
Tom's got a hard on for crypto. They used to talk shit about it. Now he's got a hard on for it. It's all right.
right.
Well, of course. They love see these it's guys like that, man. It's like they talk a little bit about volatility, right? But they talk a lot about implied volatility. Hey, it's all good. Been using it for what? Fucking how many decades of trade options and shit. There's a new sheriff in town, boys. God, if people just stop a second and just take a look. Get rid of all your preconceived notions. Just take a look what we got. It's gonna blow your mind. Make their life so much easier. But they just I was onto them a long time ago. Because it's
Yeah.
like they have a platform, right? Or they did. And the questions would be brought up like, well, why are you sharing all this information? What's the incentive? Blah blah blah. And it's like, well, we hope that people come trade on our platform. Like, yeah, well, so you can trade against them because with the knowledge you're spitting, something didn't make sense, and then I started restructuring these timelines they were talking about. Going, these guys are fucking pretty smart. What they're doing, they're literally putting out information so people will use that formula, and it supplies an ultimate. There's a never-ending supply of liquidity for their options trades, right? when they were
Right.
telling people to get at it's just I'll have to write something up about it. It kind of blew my mind though. I was just like, oh my God, can't anybody just be legit? Nope. Not when it comes to money. When it comes to money. But they're all options. I know, I'm pretty sure he's trading some futures, but they know what futures are for. That's what's crazy too. And I've talked about it before. When I'm sitting here, and I'm trading low time volatility on Bitcoin futures, it almost makes you feel a little dirty. It's not what they're for.
Right.
They're literally, you use futures to hedge your freaking options, your options trades. I mean, there's points where you don't have to add another option strategy. You don't have to add another leg there. You can literally do it with futures to protect your position. And that's why you see sometimes during these option expirations, you see these violent moves because that's what people are doing. They're on the wrong side. Boom, they're all right. They're going to protect themselves with the futures. Crazy. All right, what time? 6 minutes till market open. Let me see one thing. I'm going to look at this BTC daily real quick. Yeah, I was setting up this hidden bowl, but right, I always go back. To, I'll see it setting up hidden bowl, but then I'm looking at these fishers, right? And we love the fisher. Finishes out price action in a normal distribution. And so if something's coming from traditional TA land that's got that verbiage in it, man, we're all over it. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to check it out. And in this case, yeah, these guys put together this great indicator. And that's the thing is they don't just build indicators. They give you so many options. It's just crazy, right? I mean, this one I'm pretty sure's got what 4 or 5 plots, different lengths, deviation bands. I mean, powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. And this was a chance right here. I mean, when we had that daily run up here, we got above that reverse wave trend. Now it's turning back down. It doesn't surprise me at all that we popped up, came right back down, and it's tested the Fisher, right? Actually, power bands, but now we're starting to drop back down below this 9. I mean, are we right? Yeah, we're right below it. Not by much. $10 in Bitcoin land. That's not shit. But I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this Fisher fully tested. That's low 19s, 19.2. Especially we close the daily candle below here. These log return. Let's get this straight too. These are log return moving averages. These aren't simpler moving averages. So they're very powerful. We all know this. And usually you get stuck up under here. This is the kind of things that happen. Look, I mean, we just go sideways. It sends a wick above it. Not happening. Down we go. That's why this was a powerful move. When you see a freaking daily candle bust through the reverse Fisher, send a wick where? To the dollar, to the reverse wave trend. That's that white dot right there. It's like we're cooking something here, right? Can you smell the aroma? It's delicious. Yeah. Yeah, this is all good stuff to act on.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, that those daily scores on things like the projection boss and the plus bands and normal bands and RMLR, man, those targets yesterday and today, like every day, they're just so spot on. If you look at where they actually hit, it's just amazing. Just even if you want to be lazy and just be a day, just take a trade a day, it is entirely possible to do very well with these tools.
Yep, I agree.
But, I mean, we like the lower time frames because that's obviously, frankly, smarter in many ways. But to each his own. I won't ever diss somebody for trading on daily. It's just like if you're going to trade daily, at least use the right tools. Don't use garbage. Use these tools. They really work well. Really,
Yeah.
really, really well.
Yep.
Once you know it, you know it.
The 90-minute is very random.
Yeah,
Dying to go
we are
back.
going to have it. We are gonna have an intersect with the RMLR in the next couple of days, just like I've been saying past couple of weeks. It's gonna happen around the 18th, maybe the 17th, maybe the 18th. It's gonna happen.
For sure. And we're dropping below the 45-minute reverse mean right now. DTT, look how tight these bands are too. That look, right? When these reverse bands start tightening up, just get your riding boots on. Get your riding boots on. Something's gonna move. There's no doubt about it. It's like a space amoeba. I love it.
Yeah, and you can see it. I mean, just look at how those bubbles are, and see how it moves once it hits. Once it gets out of like a tight area, like Bilbo just said. What you just said.
Yeah, it flies out.
See, once it starts to expand, it's making a move.
Yep. Yes, it is. And you end up getting like a 3SD move, whether it be the top or the bottom.
Yep.
What does 4 hour look like after this dump? Yeah, but then I look at the 4 hour. We know how this works, right? This is all about mean reversion. Pretty far away. Let's see. Boy, these bottom bands are really going out.
4 hours. Just impressive, the 4 hour, the way it's been moving. Really impressive. From the drop at the top down to the bounce yesterday, where it went literally to, on that same projection, it went to like the what do you call it? The third coin flip up from the mean, and
Right.
spot on to the dollar, yeah, and then just bounced up back and forth between the second standard deviation of the second Laplace distribution, and just doing very nicely. I mean, probabilities and statistics are your friend.
Yep. And this is when you get outside the distribution, especially Laplace. That's why we love it too, because it's a lot wider of a distribution. I mean, the 3SD on normal distribution is a 99.7% level, but the Laplace 99.7% level is way wider. And if you look at the graph or the graphic, you'll understand why. Or hell, it's not even it's powerful. But you drop outside, boom, sideways action, right back into the distribution. Now we're right here in between the 95.4, the 99.7. There's a 95.4% chance this area up here, 20.8 gets tested here at some point. Or you got the 3S, you got the 99.7 down here at like 18,675 area. At least that's on this current power candle. But that distribution just starts widening, widening, widening. These prices are dropping. And that's when you really start to understand the volatility of Bitcoin. Because it can take some of these high probability levels and just continue to hammer down to that 99.7. But we know when it gets down there, hey, if I were to get a 4 hour candle down to the bottom side of this distribution, hey man, that is where, especially just pretend like this is a low time frame chart. I'm not shorting that. I'm front running that distribution, and I'm taking my profit. And then I'm reevaluating, seeing what's going to happen, right? Because chances are you're going to fly out of there most of the times, especially if you're. And we talked about this yesterday, how people are drawing trend lines. When you get a nice steady move and you're just hitting this distribution, right? People are drawing trend lines on that and using that trend line, whether or not, and is what they're waiting for. Hey, we close a candle below that trend line, this thing's going to dump more. Well, we know we're already at a 99.7% level. So you can throw all that garbage right out the window. And we try to explain to people, you're drawing trend lines on a distribution pattern, man. This is why you get wrecked trading patterns. Stop it. Quit being foolish. It's excited. That's never really made sense to me. Is it exciting to sit there and freaking draw pictures on your chart? Must be. Let's go over here on SPY real quick. We just got the open. Open just
sell them as NFTs.
Hey, who is that guy? I don't know what you're talking about. What are NFTs? Are those magical internet pictures I keep buying? MJ's the one with the problem. He's getting ready to catch me. This was the opportunity we were looking for. But yeah, so we're right here at the bottom side of the daily Laplace distribution level. And if you haven't been watching these streams a lot, and I know this chart looks confusing, but trust me, this is some of the most actionable intel we have. And we got price action volatility ranges, and we got distribution levels, 4-hour, daily, Laplace, and normal. Let's see. Look at yesterday, right? I mean, look at it. Look, we got a wick up into the middle of the daily range. No, not having it. Not having it. Then we drop down, close the candle below the top side of the 68.3. It works its way 2 wicks right to the bottom side of the 68.3. There's a 68.3% chance yesterday price action stayed in this range. All right. That's why these probability levels are so important. It's all about the math. The maths. Let me see here.
Yeah.
1ST.
Maths.
All right. Now that we got the new open, let me switch us back to SPY. Take a peek here. There you are. What are the minis doing? Okay. Okie dokie. You know what I want to do? Let's throw. Yeah, it almost got down to the 99.7.
Oh man.
Pre-market. What's this baby look like right here? Just yesterday. Yeah. So just yesterday dump. Boop, boop. Ran down. Bottom side of the distribution. On the 4-hour anyway. Just going sideways right now. But yeah, they're not done. They're not done stealing everybody's money. This isn't going to, like a lot of people are like, oh, we're going to dump. Oh, we're going to pump. Man, it's never easy with these markets. They're going to work their way wherever they're going, taking out leveraged traders as they go. There is no doubt about it. Like I said before, if you like to use leverage, go play in Forex. Don't hurt yourself. Shit moves like molasses. And if you already are using these indicators, pull up some Forex charts, right? Get excited. Talk about chart porn. It's just like, holy shit, well, I could trade this. But then you start looking at some of the percentage moves over a month and you're like, holy shit, Bitcoin just did that in the last 1 minute candle. It's very deceiving the way the Forex charts are. The percentage moves are tiny, man. It's crazy. But it's also a great place to learn how to volatility trade if you're going to trade. Gives you really good reads. And usually when Forex starts moving, you get a nice extended move. High percentage of the time. That's why, I mean, there's some leverage exchanges out there for Forex, and holy shit, they're like 500x. Think about that. I don't know why they didn't pull 500x leverage into crypto, because there's degens, they would be using it. There's no doubt. Right now we got a new 90-minute candle here. Humdinger. I mean, yesterday that pre-market dump just shot in the trend. I mean, the market is still trending right here. The predictors to the top side, I mean, volatility is contracting, heading into negative correlation, but no, the 90-minute chart's a little intriguing here. But we know what happens with the Z-score, right? I mean, how'd this 15-minute shape up? Let's take a peek here. Entropy starting to turn down. But this correlation's going to have to change. Yeah, that last 15 minute of the candle yesterday hit the 95.4 Laplace. So that's a pretty good move. Pretty good move indeed. Let me see here. Pop this up. It's going into the end of the day. Let me move this projection right up here. Yeah, I was going to say it probably got outside the distribution too. Yep. So that hit the current candle 95.4 yesterday, that last 15-minute candle, and got above the 95.4 on the Laplace. But yeah, this is coming back down for sure. Let's bring. Here we go. And that's how you use this indicator. You want to put it on pivots and price action, right? Pivots on price action. That's where you start these projections. That's just great. So you start this down move. Didn't have enough volatility to even get to the 95.4. Went up, tested the bottom side of the 68.3. Tried to dump out again, but then boop, reverted right back to the mean of that projection pretty much. Now it's dumping back out. Crazy, pretty crazy. Let me see. Where's my little mover? There it is. I know Donnie's still working on this. See what this looks like. A little shaky. All right, all good. Just want to check those out. Let's see. So who do we got in here? Is there any specific stock or crypto or that people want to look at? Index, anything?
Yeah, bro. Can I
Oh,
please? Yo, yo, yo.
XRP, man, XRP.
I was
Oh my
getting ready to
God,
launch.
guys, are you ready? ISO 2022, getting the tattoo.
Pirate has spoken. Give him XRP.
I'm doing it right now. You're right. As soon as I heard you talk, I was like, "Yep, all right. Where do you want me to go?"
You mean getting another
I was.
tattoo?
We can do this shit coin, but I don't think it's worth your time. But I think if we could look into
Interested.
USD, Zulu, MAGA, W, ZMW, USD, ZMW.
After that here.
What is it again? This is isn't this your currency?
Yeah, ZMW. So this will be you'll be look ZMW.
ZMW.
You can just without a space, it'll come up.
Oh,
Oh no, without a
It's
space.
the
Yeah,
Harry Potter. It's the Harry Potter currency.
Z.
ding,
Yeah,
ding,
there we.
ding, ding.
Oh yeah, there's a shitcoin, baby.
Oh,
Okay, so it's easier to look at it on like the daily.
yeah. Oh, I was shifting very soon. Did you see that entry
It looks like
percentile?
you're the only guy trading it.
Holy,
Yeah.
Oh shit!
holy
So what are you
shit!
guys
You're
reckon for
pumping
the
and
next few
dumping,
months?
bro.
Somebody liquidated all their goats.
Yeah, bro, major. So for us that means $1 went. So for us it would cost 22 units to buy $1. Now it costs us 15 units to buy $1.
Oh wow!
So yeah, that's sort of how you can look at that thing.
Yeah, your currency stronger against the dollar.
Yeah, getting there.
Holy,
Yeah.
this is where you bought?
Yeah, bro. So I sold the top.
Sold the top. The warlord
Quite that.
distributed over fucking all the government officials. And that
Yeah, I
shit to
wish, bro. One day though.
Oh, this
But
is definitely going in the title for the video today.
yes.
so what do you guys reckon for like a prob cone? That's sort of what I'm thinking. Like, I don't think this thing can get higher than 18.
Right.
It definitely shouldn't do 22 again. Like, there's too much good stuff going on. But yeah, I'm thinking that there's definitely another rip to the upside, so that the next 4 years can continue down a little bit slower.
Right.
But I don't know when, because when it rips from 15 to 18, if I convert my dollars into kwaches, then I can actually buy more crypto. But when it
Right.
falls from 18 to 16, because we get some cash in dollars, I fucking buy less crypto. So if this thing goes to 1, it's very bad for me. It
Man,
makes it
that
very
was a
hard.
hell of a dump.
What happened?
Over there, that was election, bro. Election.
Holy shit.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
The Kawacha? Is that how you pronounce it?
Watch it. Yeah, same.
Said,
Exactly like that.
take your distribution and go back to the drawing board.
Oh, man.
Right? I
Holy
was like,
shit.
fuck, the coin doesn't reach down here. Donnie, I need 100 levels, bro.
Right? Oh, is
Yeah,
that am I on the right? Yeah, I'm on the right candle, I think. Let me see here. Boom. Here we go. Yeah, interesting.
you don't need leverage for this one.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, this is one you don't need leverage. There's a lot of volatility.
Yeah.
Crap.
So what do you
Holy-
guys reckon?
But
You
after
reckon back to the mean?
99.7 move right here, this thing has just been ranging in the 68.3, pretty much. Just floating up. I would imagine it's negatively correlated contracting volatility. Yeah. If I switch this up to a 10 length, I'm sure this is fucking from this contraction level right here. This is all pink. Don't even have this little move right here. So yeah, and that's what happens. All right, that's when you get that drift up. Now volatility is contracting negatively correlated. And the entropy is going back into randomness and the predictors of the top side. Fantastic.
Yeah, so I reckon a bigger candle than this shitty little one. A little bigger one. I reckon the mean here, it's 16. And then we buy more oil, sell more copper, fuck it
Right.
again. And then, yeah. It's this one's so tough. I've been able to keep on the pulse like for the last, obviously since the fall off from 22. But now this last week has just been so tough to actually figure out what they're wanting to do at the end of the day.
It does look like it's going to move up. Let's see what that's at daily. All those fissures are up. What's this look like on the 4 hour? A little shaky. Yeah, you're right. You probably want to keep us on the daily, huh?
7-day, not so bad
It's
as
gonna
well.
build, it's gonna build some nice bear div for you before it takes another dump.
Tell you what, this whole down move though, I mean, this Z-score, yeah, the
What's the Z-score telling you?
weekly actually looks good for this to move.
Yeah, it's not horrible at all.
No,
Nice.
tell you what, no div build up at all, but on either
Yeah.
side. Actually, yeah, had a little bit of hidden bear there and got that big nasty candle there on that day on that weekly. Whoop. But yeah, no bull div.
What's the
Z-score.
RMS Z-score sort of like hinting at in this situation? Because I'm not. That thing.
Yeah, I mean, it almost went down to the. Let's see how close it got. It got below the 95% confidence interval, but it's turning up hard. Was there? Oh God! You all right, bud? Oh, my poor dog. Let's see here. I would imagine this Z-score is ready to make a run back to the top side. I would. Variance is just waiting. Let me see here. God, look at these fissures. Look at these fissures. Tell you what, even the volatility bands on the fissures are tight. What's this? You know what? I'm interested to see this on. Let's see here. USD ZMW weekly.
Good thinking.
Here we go. Yeah. So it's below the reverse mean right now in the weekly.
It's a good case study, to be honest, for whichever tools we're using.
Yeah, this looks good though. In the daily, it definitely is back up above. I mean, going into randomness. Yeah, yeah, like you said. Would you say 18? Huh?
Yeah, well, I think up, but I don't know how high up.
Let's see. What are some
But
of these?
like 18 is like this economy, something went wrong. But to hit 16, 50, 17, I don't know. I'm just guessing because I'm living here.
Yeah, this week it's going to take a lot of volatility to get up here. I mean, you got the 95 for Laplace, a little under 16. I mean, that would be at probably 1650s at 99.7. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. Where there you go. I mean, the predictor or the prediction of the future mean is right up here in that area. Next couple weeks. I mean,
Cool. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe this will help me click a bit more on this RMLR. Okay.
You're talking about
Gotta
that
look at
18 number. Well, it's right here, right in this little peak, 17.7 anyway. And that's over the next what?
3, 4 weeks,
Three
you reckon?
weeks, something, including with this one, 4 weeks. So for the next 4 weeks, including this one, yeah, it just walk
Can
its
I
way
ask?
right back up there.
Can I ask? There's a currency that apparently a lot of people trade. It could be. The pair is USD ZAR. Which,
ZAR.
yeah. That's South
Oh,
African rand. Yeah.
South African rand. Oh my goodness!
So
Look
this
at
is the
that.
same thing. It's the same thing. $1 equals 17 units.
I think we.
I called this thing's bottom at like 14 rand. And I didn't understand those tools back in the day. Mean reversion was just like, man, I've seen this on crypto, and this thing ain't ever coming back to like, I don't know, 14 rand.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of those. They I don't know. We'll call it like 100,000 ands. They make quite a bit of money here. $100,000. They just trade the shit out of this.
It bounced off this one SD level. I mean, there's the one SD right there. It barely exceeded it.
Yeah.
And then push to the top side. Got above. Let me see this real quick. That's the top side of the 68.3 Laplace right there. Got above it, pulled back inside. But yeah, that's when we know that. There's a 68.3% chance it ranges in there. It can definitely bust out. It did to the bottom side, but woo, pulled straight back up to its open.
Yeah.
Let's look at it over here. USD ZAR. Dun, 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 dun. Wonder if the crypto caveman is pulling up the US dollar South African rand charts. Huh.
Yes,
Nah.
if you do it all the way around, you'll get your long. You'll get your USD long. If you want to do options, so if you go ZAR USD or whatever it is. Yeah.
And I'm sure he doesn't. He's just misleading people on how to trade the markets. That's all that goofy's doing. Let's see. So the weekly, huh? I'll tell you what, these weekly fishers are humming. Setting up hidden bear though. Let me see here. So you get this down move. What did it do? Set up a bunch of bull div. Get these pops. All right, boom. But then you start setting these higher lows. But at the same time, all these moves, you were setting up hidden bull. And so you're getting these little hidden bull pops. Boom, boom, boom. But on the top side, setting up bear div. And divergence confuses people sometimes. I mean, just study it, and after a while, you'll just be able to look at the chart. It's a blessing and a curse because as soon as you really learn div, you'll start seeing it in every area of your life. It's fucking a tragic mess. I'm glad I'm out of the mountains because that was a nightmare. Be like, look at that row of pine trees compared to the mountaintops. Look at that bare div. Oh fuck, we got an earthquake coming. That's where my mind was at.
Seeing it in treetops and
Dude, totally.
your dog ears.
Yeah. But you'll get to the point where you can just look at a chart because at first people get confused on even how to look at divergence, right? Where to put the lines, what the higher lows, the lower highs, all that stuff. It'll get to the point where you just know. It's just in your brain. You just take one look at the chart, the div just pops off. That's the point you want to be when you're down here trading, especially when you're down here on like 3 minute, 1 minute, even 5 minute. You want to be able to just see that. You don't want to have to think about it, right? Oh, is that div? No, you see it building. That's what's great when you can see it building. right? Over a long-term series too. Like right here, right? You get this first top, higher highs. There's nothing set right now. The returns oscillator's turning down now. So yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on that.
The
If you're trading,
45 and the 90 look very interesting. On BTC though.
oh, I know. Yeah, I'm
45
about to
minutes and
switch
a
back.
90.
Oh, switch back. Let's switch back and check
Not
out
the,
BTC.
not to get away from
Nah, we had enough of
the great continent of Africa, but
the Africa's shitcoin.
I love your
Yo,
warlord. I
guys,
do.
it's real, bro. It's real.
I
Now
love
imagine what the price of goats do.
Yeah. At least you got goats back in your dollar. I mean, we got dick. Our dollar's fucked. Pretty much.
Uh,
Biggest scam in the world. Worthless piece of paper, man. Literally zero back in it. And these dickheads just keep fucking having the Federal Reserve print money, loan it to them. Income taxes can't even pay the interest on what our fucking government owes the Federal Reserve in tax. Right now, there's people going, "What do you mean? The Federal Reserve is the government." Be like, "Oh shit, here we are. We really still here?" No, it's not. It's the wealthiest families in the world loaning money to governments and robbing them, fucking robbing the people blind. It's okay though. I have a strange feeling this whole shitter's gonna implode here at some point. It can't go forever.
Nope, that's
So
for sure.
enjoy your volatility trading while you got. You talk about volatility. Holy
Short
crap.
the world.
Yes. We are slipping into darkness. Let me see here.
ECA. Oops.
Yeah.
No.
No, right? But you know what they say? It always gets darker before the light. It's all good. And that's the whole thing. What I realized a long time ago, it just makes sense because in my opinion, there's more light on the planet. And when there's more light on the planet, the darkness is exposed. That's all that's going on. So anybody that's out there in fear of what's happening, hold tight. Just hold tight. Love and light always wins. In the end, they can put up a struggle all they want, but yeah, there's no competition. It's the true power that runs everything. But yeah, they're just everything's being exposed right now. It's all good. All this corruption in the world. Yeah. Hopefully something's done
it's
about it.
good.
Okay.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Yeah.
It'll take us a year, 2 years to get over it. And then from there, we're back to the roaring 70s or whatever it's called. I don't know.
Yeah, roaring 20s.
Mhm.
Roaring 20s. There we go. Mr. Buffett.
Right.
I hope Bitcoin goes to $500 or something. You kidding me? Are you really going to give me another chance to do this all over again? God, please.
Bro.
Right.
Please, God. Because crypto's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. It's going to literally be the model. Back off. Let me let this dog go. Come here, bud. Go on. Go. Go on, baby. Go out.
That is crypto is not a thing that will just disappear. Well, as long as there's computers and people with money who want to make more money.
Yeah.
The circus is too
Yeah,
good.
the
Rodeo
greed
is too
is
much
real.
fun.
Go. I'm not going to sit here and pet you, dude. No, I'm working. These dogs are acting weird as shit. What's going on? You know what? I think we had a little tremor here last night, man, and we're on like one of the biggest faults in the world. I'm like 80 miles from it or something, 90 miles.
What's the moon cycle? Full moon?
Oh, nice. Is it something in retrograde or something?
Mercury?
Mercury? Something like that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I heard some woo woo people say Mercury's in retrograde. I'm like, oh, that's okay. Good. That's nice. Like,
Right.
good to know. I don't know what that means about the price of tea in China or the price of rice in California, but I can tell you what the price of rice in California is doing, and what the math says it's likely to do.
Yo, can I please ask a serious question?
Of course.
And I know it might not be serious, but I was discussing with a friend the other day. I was like, you can actually figure out what the mean price is of the moon, right? If you take it from when it disappears, whatever the little sliver is called, it disappears, and then that duration is, let's say, uh, I don't know, it's not going to be like a monthly level, it will be whatever many days it is. Then the moon appears again, and then you get that data, and then when the moon starts to
What?
disappear again, you get that data.
Bro,
And then with
bro,
those, yeah.
bro, you're
Yeah.
not trading moon suns, are you?
No, I'm saying like we have a moon meme indicator, and it's like your shit still ain't better.
But do you
Okay.
You know what I
understand that
mean?
the moon is? Do you understand that the moon is constantly revolving around the Earth 24 hours a day, and that there are
Yeah.
always people in the nighttime and always people in the daytime, and that a 24-hour market does not give a darn about the moon because it's 24 hours.
No, man. I'm saying like if
He's
it's
just
full moon for me, it's
yeah.
full moon for you, no? Because we still sort of
It's
spin.
what? It's totally useless information. How is that useful information to you?
We can
How is
find
it
the halfway.
actionable?
We can find the halfway
Uh-oh.
You
point.
what?
We can find the halfway point.
Uh-oh.
So it's hard.
Everybody go long. Coming out of a full moon.
Yeah, it's
I had to
definitely
do it.
not actionable
I
info.
had to do it, Crypto Warlord. I'm sorry, man. I had to throw up that chart.
Absolutely not
Let me check.
useful
Oh,
info.
yeah. We're full fucking
That's
degen
what
right
it
now.
is.
Yeah.
Where is
Yo,
my...
we can do it
There's my rocket
for
ship.
for for the for the NFTs, man. We can do it for the
How is it
NFTs.
a moon if there's sun on half the planet at all hours of the day, just as there's moon on half the planet,
Oh,
and many times they
okay.
intersect at the same
That's
time?
what you say, yeah.
Check out
How is it
Scarlett's chart
actionable?
here, right? Check out Scarlett's chart here, right? That he posted. So you take from the day that the thing was dark, you take the bottom of that fucking wick, and then you take from the day that it was high, and then you do the math. You put
Bro,
in the
bro,
line.
bro, 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 bro,
And the
bro,
halfway.
bro. You
Yeah.
said you had a serious question. You said you had a serious question.
What is that?
I'm still waiting for your serious question, man.
I mean, you
And
got
then I'm
me.
gonna
I
You
mean,
got me.
look, you got wrecked on the first dark moon right there at the top.
You got me with the moon phases up.
ACW, I love you, brother.
I agree.
thanks for the support,
It's the
bro.
best. It's
There we
hilarious.
Always know. You
Bro,
see
if you
me
want to
talk,
know about Quachas, XRP, or moon cycles, we know who to talk to.
go. Spy's making this little move here. We got a tight range too, right? This thing is gonna move today. There's no doubt. I would imagine one SD. I'll tell you what, you got the one SD right below the center of the new weekly here. Um, I would probably this thing's gonna definitely hit a one SD level, maybe even this weekly range. And you got the bottom of the monthly, center of the weekly right here. I'll tell you what, if Spy gets back up inside the bottom of the weekly right here, there's a shit. Remember, there is a shitload of volatility in this area up here, all the way to the bottom of the weekly. The rest of this week, right? Well, we only got fucking what 2 days with today, yeah. If it gets back up in here, it could reject super hard, or it could just liquefy this range and just move hard these next couple days back up, yeah, right where it was before, 410 area or something. Just wrecking the fuck out of people. This is what this market does. The VIX is dropping too. Let's see here. BTC just going sideways pretty much. I noticed that. Hell, it wasn't even getting out of the 68.3. I see. Oh, and there's that powerful ETH merge. Yeah, it's all good. Sure, they're all crying on Twitter. But the merge! But the merge! Like, merge this, buddy. Let me see here. Here's somebody clicking. I like it. I like it. So right now, we did. Let me reload this real quick. And no, it's all good. Pretty much right now, opened up, went right to the 68.3 Laplace to the downside on the daily. Just nailed the 68.3 Laplace to the top side on the daily. And I'll show you this on a Let me throw this on the daily here. Go to SPY. Okay, there we go. Here's the range for today. Let's see, what was the bottom side? Yeah, 392. Let me see. Yeah. So the 68.3 to the downside was 392.79. It went down to 392.29. Top side was 396.24. It got within a quarter there. So yeah, just right now, ranging. But there's your 1SD to the top side, bottom side, pretty decent range. 388 to the bottom, almost 400 to the top. Let me take one more peek at this little baby. People probably wonder, well, what do we do? Why are we look at SPY, blah blah blah? Why do we look at all these differences? Because they're correlated, man. These markets are highly correlated on macro time frames, daily, weekly, monthly, hell, 2-day, 3-day. They're pretty highly correlated. But the way I use that correlation too, I'm looking at that if I'm intraday trading, like pre-market. There's a lot that goes into it, big time. A lot of coffee too. But you have to, got to figure it out. There's a lot of stuff to look at. There's no doubt about it. Is this some hidden divs? And it just acts like it wants to move to the top, but there's a lot of shit going on. That's why, do yourself a favor, don't listen to the news. That's why these people just get wrecked. They make a gloom and doom, and then they pump the market.
Yep.
Happens all the time. Happens all the time.
And the thing is, you can't like listening to the news and then like knee jerk do, but it isn't reliable because you have to keep in mind that all these different channels also have their different like particular agenda that they like to operate towards. And they don't always agree with each other. So you can't actually use, there's the counter trade indicator from CNBC that a lot of crypto people know, which is super reliable, but it's not always reliable. It's not like trading volatility with tendencies or entropy with tendencies where you pretty much know the direction of the price action based on the tendencies. If you're just going to put your faith into believing whatever gimmick like the counter trade indicator, will tell you, you're going to fail there too. They're not stupid at NBC. They realize that people counter trade whatever they say, but they don't always say what people think they should counter trade.
They're definitely trying to get a response. There's no doubt. They're trying to butter their fucking option muffin. They'll get people in really bad positions, and when all these people get in these bad options positions, then boom, here comes the volatility in the futures market. I mean, it's like they are there like dictating what the fuck's going to go on. The quicker people just stop listening to all their bullshit, yeah, man. That's the power they're holding. They know people are watching. Yeah. So they're going to spit it like they know what they're doing, right? These are the people that are supposed to know what they're doing. Yeah. Meanwhile, hedge funds every day are getting fucking liquidated because they don't know what they're doing, especially the smaller ones. They're dealing with the same shit we are, right? These, big algos. Big. So, yeah, they're just these analysts just try to get people in these bad positions, man. And they do a good job. They really do.
Is Famous still in here?
Nope, he left.
No. All right. I was posting this chart for the newbies.
We lost like half. We lost like half the people when we started talking about the moon phases.
No.
It should be the opposite. We should have more people tuning in.
I know,
right? Exactly.
I guarantee you go on YouTube.
Well, yeah, but the people showing up here already. But the people here are already into volatility. They already don't want to know about the moon shit, right? It's only the people tuning in. Maybe more people will tune into the YouTube video if we just make a clip of that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I posted that chart for newbies to see the. It's just a good one to see the expansion and the negative correlation, going into negative correlation, not highly correlated yet.
If you put moon phase trading into the search on YouTube, you're probably going to pull up videos that got tens of thousands of views on them.
No, for sure.
Right.
It's gross. It's so sickening.
Yeah. Yeah. You see? You see?
Yeah, I mean, that's
The one
pushing it.
meme.
I mean, we all know. I mean, I
One meme is
love numerology, astrology, but I am not going to use astrology to trade. Numbers are different.
Yeah,
get
might have
mathematical
to
about
do
it.
that.
You start using fucking moon cycles to trade. Oh my. Hell, you might as well just get the donkey out, pin the tail on the donkey. Or,
So when the moon cycles match with the HVP flashes,
right.
even I'm like, God damn. Okay. So to have a moon cycle
Well,
indicator, then
the
it'd be like,
21 EMA matches up once in a while too.
Pin the tail on the goat. All right. Yep, we're overtime. So tomorrow's Friday, traditional market closing will be interesting. This day is going to be interesting. Watch Spy Pop. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Kind of looks like it's gonna too.
Well, the rail strike was averted.
4 hour Z score, and you got hidden bull div. So yeah, this thing's probably gonna pop. One of the fishers is turning up. DLP's dropping. The predictor flip. Volatility actually, yeah, definitely. Fucking shot up to 88 on this first 4 hour candle. I bet it pumps. Let's see what happens. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. All good. I'll see you guys
See
tomorrow.
you guys.
Yep.
Ciao,
Later,
ciao.
guys.